It is not simply having a new political ideology. It is not simply demanding that people be at peace, for people will not be at peace. The change that will be required will keep people in a state of confrontation and turbulence. For peace and change do not coexist very well. It is the confrontation that is necessary, or people will not rise to the occasion. They will not see what will be required of them or their nations. They will always blame other people. They will always think it is because of someone else that they are suffering or that the times are difficult. And all the energy that goes into complaining and whining and projecting blame upon others will all be wasted, for it will lead to nothing at all. It will not generate constructive action. It will not raise the level of personal responsibility. It will not encourage or require people to consider how they live and what they themselves must do within their life and in their own relations with others to live a more balanced and simple life. And those that are rich will try to remain rich, and those who want to be rich will strive for wealth. And those who are poor will become poorer. There can be no peace now under these circumstances. The world is being exhausted. You simply cannot plunder it further and hope to provide for all the needs of humanity. Human unity now must be driven by necessity and not simply by high ideals. It becomes a practical question as well as an ethical and a moral question. It requires that each individual recognize how they live and to see and to ask themselves, is the way I live going to be able to sustain me into the future? And how can I support human unity and cooperation? All of your resources, both material, psychological, emotional, will have to be brought to bear to forge a greater union in the human family. This will have to happen within families, within cities, within communities, within nations, between nations. And war will have to be set aside as mutually destructive to all involved. It is no longer an option. You cannot afford it. It cannot be brought to bear. A human family cannot absorb it. It cannot endure it. It will have no resolution. You're entering a new set of circumstances that will require a far greater commitment, not just from governments and leaders, but from people everywhere. And the motivation will be practical, moral, and ethical. The wealthy will have to live more simply in order for resources to be shared more equitably. The world will have to be cared for far more conscientiously and its resources sustained, or humanity will not have a future. Without this stability, there is no peace. There is no security. There is no well-being. The whole human family has entered a situation now where the stakes are so high. There is no room to maneuver. There is no new lands to conquer. The world is being used up, it is filled. Therefore, humanity cannot behave as it has always behaved. And the greater aspects of human nature must now be brought to bear. And its darker aspects must be arrested and controlled and contained. This is the great trial for humanity. This is a great need of humanity. Humanity has reached a great threshold now. Your ability to survive and to advance will be determined within the next decade. Do not assume that humanity will succeed. Do not give yourself this false confidence. Do not think, we've been through all these problems before. We've always survived. We've always managed. We have always pulled ourselves through. Do not give yourself these assurances. Do not think that because the human spirit is strong, that humanity's success is guaranteed. You now face competition from around the world. There are competing forces seeking advantage here even now. You have never had to face them before. They are not like those who have visited the world from before. They care not for the value of humanity, and freedom is unknown to them. To them, this world, and even humanity itself, is only a resource to be used and exploited. Do not think then, in the face of all this, that humanity will continue and advance. For you are not only subject to the risk of decline in the world, you are also subject to the risk of subjugation from behind. And that is why there is a new message from God in the world. Because without this new message, humanity would not see, it would not know, and it would not act appropriately. It would not prepare for a future that will be unlike the past. It will not recognize the gravity of its situation. And it will not alter its course, its direction, or its behavior. This will require strength and courage from each person. Here you cannot be lazy and self-indulgent. Here you cannot be indifferent or ambivalent. For everything you value is at stake. Everything that humanity has ever created that is beneficial is at stake. Everything that you love is at stake. Every person, every place, everything. Do not assure yourself in thinking that the town you live in, or the country you love, or the lovely wilderness that has inspired you